Hello everybody, War Wizard here. So I wanted to make a video today um, explaining why I don't play Sub-Zero in this game. All my friends and stuff, and if you've watched some of my other videos on here, you know Sub-Zero is my all-time favorite Mortal Kombat character. I have a lot of characters that I like, but Sub-Zero has always been my favorite. I even have a Sub-Zero themed Mortal Kombat tattoo. Sub-Zero has been my favorite since I was like 6 years old on Mortal Kombat 1. I just always been a fan of the way he looked, his movesets, being able to free someone for a free full combo and stuff was awesome. So I get asked a lot, why aren't you playing Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 1? And I'm going to explain why. So, first, he is not fun to me. In my opinion, he's the worst character in the game. I just feel like he has so many weaknesses in this game, and I'm going to show you guys why. But, actually, I messed up. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I messed up. But anyway, I think he's the worst character in the game. For some reason, they nerfed him from the beta. They nerfed his damage heavily. I don't know why they did that. Because Johnny Cage and Kenshi were also in the betas. And everyone basically agreed that they were the two best characters in the game. Kenshi can still get the 50% damage combo without bar or cameo. That was in the beta. Johnny Cage, he gets like 50, 60% combos with, so I don't understand why Sub-Zero's damage was considered busted, because now it's awful.
Sub-Zero. Sonya Blade.
We'll give him Frost.
Sundo.
They nerfed his overhead, the speed of his overhead. So, this move right here, back 2, they nerfed that, so it's reactable now. So now these, people say, oh, he has mix-ups. He doesn't. They're fake mix-ups. If you know the matchup, it's not a mix-up. Because that is now reactable when you do that. And then people say, oh, well, you can slide after this. And I will show you why none of that will work. Oops. Actually, I gotta... Here, let me see. Let's do center, close. Okay. So let's say we do that. Oops. Oh my gosh, I am messing up, guys. Give me a second. You just gotta block low. Block overhead, block low. There is no mix up there. And I'll show you why you can block low, because the second hit is not an overhead. Look at that. You only have to block the first hit standing. You can crouch. So there's no reason to remain stand blocking. If you get into the habit of crouch blocking after the first hit, then you'll never get mixed by Sub-Zero. Just crouch block every time. So then if he tries to slide or do Frost Cameo, you won't get mixed and you can full combo punish him. Now let me tell you why he doesn't have a mix. So we'll do this, and then we will do this. Yeah, that didn't work. So we'll do this, and we will do that. Oh, is it already set to random? Yep. So it's set to random, right? So it's at random. So I don't know when the overhead's going to come out. You can react to it every time. Oh, I didn't do it that time, but still. You just block low and react to the overhead, and you won't get mixed, because it's reactable. Oh, I let go of block. But you guys get the idea. There is no mix. The overhead is completely reactable. You just block low the whole time. Wait for the overhead. Block the overhead, and then go back to crouch blocking. And there's no mix-up. You won't get hit by slide. You won't get hit by Frost Cameo. You can do some things to make Sub-Zero a little more viable. Like, Kung Lao's low hat is safe on block, so you can try to mix people up with that. But it's not going to be a true mix because they're just going to block it. The only thing it does is make it safe on block. So then you won't get full combo punished. Some other things. What is this? Oops. How do I delete? I don't know how to delete a recording. Okay, there we go. Anyway. Some other things. This string right here. Hang on, let me get the timing right. You can flawless block it. You can armor through it. Oh, I am messing up the timing. You can full combo punish that, by the way. Or you can just armor through it. Oh. I am messing up, guys. Sorry. I have not played Sub-Zero in a while. Anyway. You can armor through that. Let me show you some more strings that, where is it? Okay, I don't know why it didn't come out there. That is full combo punishable. that string's full combo punishable. So that's 3 strings that are his main, what do you call it? Pressure tools that you can armor through, flawless block, or full combo punish on block. And the low doesn't even launch or anything. It just knocks you down. So why is it full combo punishable? I'm not saying it should be a plus, but to be able to full combo punish a string that you only get a knockdown from just seems so weird to me. I don't get it. I think there's another string. Yeah. Oh no, that's the one I already showed you guys, isn't it? What is it then? Yeah, I showed you. So I showed you all of them that have flawless block gaps and stuff like that. So, and then I'll get into the damage here in a second. But so he doesn't have real mix. He's extremely punishable. If you know the matchup, he's easy to fight. The only way to make him viable is to do a strike throw thing, you know, try to you have to try to make him whiff, you know, play here, make a whiff and try to hit him with that. You got to try to do this into, you know, throws. It just makes his style very boring, which also brings me to another thing. So, oops. What the... Man. Okay. I got it. Oh, oops. You can punish... Why didn't he do it there? You can punish his ice clone setup every time because his recovery is so bad. He cannot block after this. He cannot block after that. So you can armor through his clone and punish him. And then characters like Kung Lao, who has an armored launcher, can get 35% punishing his ice clone because for some reason his recovery frames on the ice clone is where is it? It says recovery not available, but it is long. He cannot recover in time to block people who armor through his clone. So people say, oh, just do a clone setup so it makes him better. You can't even do that anymore. His clone recovery up close to trying to do clone setups is so slow that you can literally punish him by armoring through his ice clone as soon as you see it come out. And then, like I said, characters like Kung Lao get a full combo punish off of Subzero trying to do an ice clone setup. So now let's get in to his Sub-Zero's damage. They nerfed his damage scaling so bad. I don't know why. I mean, I messed up, but look at that. How many hits was that? And I didn't even get 30%. Why is his combo scaling so bad? I dropped it again, but still, you get my point. I can do it 3 times. %32% on 20 hits. For 3 bars and a cameo. Why did they nerf Sub-Zero's damage that much? That's crazy. Almost every character in this game gets easily over 30% off of 1 bar and a cameo. Some characters even get 30, 40% using no bars. So why did they nerf Sub-Zero so bad? So now not only do you have to play this patient game, try to make people whiff, but when you make them whiff, you have to work twice as hard Spend all your resources to get good damage. Like, here, I can show you a combo. Oops, I messed up. Damn it, I keep messing up. I'm sorry, I haven't played him in a while. Anyway. Yeah, you have to do something crazy to get good damage with Sub-Zero. But yeah, you have to do something crazy to get good damage with Sub-Zero. I'm sorry I can't really do it right now, because I haven't played him in a while. But, I mean, the fact that you have to spend all your resources just to even get 40% is crazy. And that's on top of everything else I have shown you guys. So if you just block low, react to the overhead, and then block low again, you will never get mixed up by him. All you have to do is watch out for throws. You can armor through some of his moves, you can flawless block some of his moves and get a punish. He's just not good right now. I don't care what anyone says. I've tried so many times. I labbed with him for a long time to find out all these things. And then I try to take him online and just... So, first of all, let's get this straight. I know there's going to be people, oh, he works for me, I win, blah, blah, blah. But then you look at those people's records, and they have like 15 wins, 10 losses, or something like that. Those are the kind of people that think that they have an opinion and, oh, he's actually really good, you don't know what you're talking about. No, it works against people who don't know the matchup. Yeah, you can mix them up because they don't know the matchup. But if you know the matchup, take the time to get used to blocking low, then reacting to the overhead, the mix-up's gone. And then most Sub-Zero players online don't know how to make him safe, so they always go for the overhead, which is unsafe on block. You can punish his ice clone setups up close. You can armor through some of his moves and take your turn back. If he does hit you, it's not that scary because he doesn't do that much damage. Especially, let's say he only has one bar in a cameo. He's going to get maybe 30%. And that's, he has to spend all his bar to do damage. That leaves him no bar to do breakers. So if he does a breaker, guess what? His damage is gone. Yeah, you can use like maybe Cyrax and Kung Lao cameos to make him a little better, but you still have to try. He just makes the game for me not fun. I didn't have fun playing Sub-Zero. I'm also showing you guys this video because the more people that learn the matchup and the more people realize Sub-Zero's trash, maybe they will fix him. I don't want them to do anything crazy, I don't want them to make his ice clone like MKX where it's up forever and you can just pressure people in the corner. I don't want them to give him a bunch of plus frames or anything like that, but at least make one of his pressure tools not have a gap that you can armor through. And just touch his damage just a little bit. Just up it a little bit. So then make it so if you do get the hit that Sub-Zero sometimes struggles to get, it's worth it. You can get 35% or something like that. Make people afraid of getting touched by Sub-Zero. I'm not saying make him crazy, make him top tier, but he definitely needs help. For him to have that many gaps in all his moves, that many punishable strings, you can punish his clone up close, you can neutral duck. If you catch on to his strike throw game, you can full neutral duck the throw and full combo punish him. But then when Sub-Zero finally does hit you, he's doing 25, maybe 30% for most players. Most players are going to take the time, like I did. I mean, you can clearly see I'm not doing it right now because I haven't played Sub-Zero in over a week. So my combos with him are a little rusty, but it took me, I labbed with him for about 2 hours, found some decent combos, but then I was realizing facing people online that knew the matchup, because most people who got the collector's edition, you know, I face a lot of pro players online and, content creators, people that learn the matchups, know the matchups, and they were messing me up. People who knew the matchups made the game not fun playing as Sub-Zero. So, in my opinion, why would I play him? I'm not having fun with him, so why play him? That's why I started learning other characters. I clicked immediately with Raiden. I know a lot of people, Raiden's OP. But Raiden has always been one of my favorite characters also. I knew he was going to be my second choice, regardless if Sub-Zero was good or not. Um, so yeah, it's just Sub-Zero's just not good right now. He has a lot of problems, in my opinion. I can try to hit the combo for you guys one more time and see if I can get it. But it's something like that. Look at that, though. 26%, and I had to spend 2 bars of meter? It's crazy to me. I mean, you can get some decent stuff in the corner, but is it worth it? Not really. I dropped it, but you guys get my point. He's just not that good right now. But like, look at all that I had to do, and I didn't even get close to 30%. He's just not good right now. And like I said, go into training mode. If for some reason you're struggling with Sub-Zero, you go into training mode. And, get used to these 2 things. And make sure you guys go down here and set it to random. Playback trigger random. So it comes out randomly. You don't know when the overhead comes. And just react to the overhead. Oops, but you guys get the point. Look, I reacted it right there, and I was about to crouch block. But that's my point. Like, the more you practice that, the better, you'll get at blocking it, and you'll never get mixed up. Maybe every once in a while you get hit by the overhead, whatever. But if you do, it's not like he's gonna take half your health like Raiden or Baraka or Kenshi or Johnny Cage or Reiko and all these other characters do. He's just not that good right now. I don't care what anyone says. I know there's going to be people that just because, they've won a few matches online with him, oh, he's good, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't know what you're talking about. At high levels, Sub-Zero sucks. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He sucks. And I know some people are going to say, oh, he might not be that good, but he doesn't suck. He sucks. At high levels, he sucks. He makes the game very, very unfun at higher levels. And like I said, you pick Kung Lao, you get a full combo punish on someone who tries to do an ice clone setup up close. The only good things about Sub-Zero is his down 2 is one of the best in the games, his uppercut. And you can use your ice clone for people who like to jump. But other than that, he doesn't have much going for him. I don't understand why they nerfed him that much from the beta, but then didn't really touch anyone else. And everyone's like, oh, everyone in this game has dirt and cheap stuff. That's true, except Sub-Zero. What pros are out there showing you always see people, coming up with these crazy things with Baraka, even Havoc, Kung Lao, Johnny, Liu Kang, the easiest character in the game. People are coming up with dirt with him. Raiden, Reiko, even Sindel. People were saying Katana also sucked, but then people started discovering dirty things with Katana, nasty setups and stuff like that, and combos with certain cameos. No one is posting about Sub-Zero. No one's like, oh, look at this, that makes Sub-Zero great. Because he doesn't have anything that makes him great. He's the worst character in the game. And, I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, oh, buff him, he needs, his old damage back, blah, 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 give him his old ice clone. No, but a few things would make it nice. Just a few changes. Maybe make one of his strings not armored, not have an armored gap. Maybe make his damage a little better. I'm not saying make it through the roof like, Raiden and stuff, but he needs something. He needs something. Especially, like, let's say you're on a life deficiency against someone and you need to make a comeback. It's going to be way harder to make a comeback with Sub-Zero because of his lack of damage. You spend all your meter and your cameo on one combo, you get him down to half health. Guess what? You don't have any more meter to try to make the comeback again. What are you going to try to do? Hit him with the overhead that's unsafe on block? Like... But then, you get characters like Raiden, who has safe launchers. You get characters like Baraka that has safe launchers, meterless launchers. And by safe, I don't mean like, plus or anything. It's just you can do the move and then block before you get punished. Liu Kang has, safe meterless launcher and stuff. So why? I just don't understand it. Everyone in this game, I feel like, is so balanced. Of course, there's a tier list, there's some characters better than others, blah, blah, blah. But Sub-Zero, I feel like, in my opinion, is, like, almost not viable. Like, why ever pick him besides you're a fan of him? Because I'm the biggest Sub-Zero fan there is, one of them anyway. But it makes the game not fun, so I'm not going to play it. So many pro players that used to play Sub-Zero through all 3 NRS games have dropped him in this game because he's that bad. But then people want to try to say, oh, he's not that bad. Yes, he is. That's why you don't see him in tournaments. That's why you don't see him, hardly ever played besides casual players online. You don't see people posting, this crazy dirt with Sub-Zero. And then if it is crazy, it's like a 45% damage combo that they literally had to spend all 3 bars and use their cameo just to do. So now you don't have a combo breaker, and it's just... As of right now, there's no reason to use Sub-Zero, in my opinion. If you want to play with him offline to get his ending and see some of his cool brutalities and fatalities, that's fine. But online, especially high levels, he's not fun. And higher levels of, Combat League, and if you're trying to enter tournaments, he's not fun. It's a pain in the ass using him, especially when people know the matchup. And literally every character in this game, even Natara, some people are saying, oh, she's bottom, but she's still viable. There's things that she can do, and she has good damage. People say Rain sucks, but again, you see like Mr. Aquaman on Twitter and YouTube and stuff posting dirty stuff with Rain. No one's posting anything dirty with Sub-Zero. Nobody. He's just not good. You go into the lab, practice the things I told you to look out for, and you'll be set to face every single Sub-Zero. If you lose to a Sub-Zero, honestly, it's your own fault. I mean, I lost to a Sub-Zero that was pretty good, but it was before I really knew the matchup. Now, every time I face a Sub-Zero, I destroy him. Maybe not destroy him, but I win every time. You're not going to get mixed. The only things that make him viable is like Kano cameo, because, you get the Kano ball pressure. But you're still not going to, if you know the matchup, you're not going to get opened up and mixed. You're not going to get mixed. They're not real 50-50s. A real 50-50 is you have to try to guess blocking low and overhead because the overhead is, so fast, the low is so fast. Like Sub-Zero and MK11. Those were real 50-50s. If you know the matchup in this game, they're not 50-50 mix-ups. They're not real. You just block low, react to the overhead. You go in the lab, you practice it until you can block it, 10, 15, 20 times in a row, just so you get the animations down, and then you're good to go from there. If you're getting opened up by Sub-Zero and you say, oh, he has 50-50 mixes, you're not putting in the time, you're not practicing, you're not learning. But yeah, as of right now, Sub-Zero is the worst character in the game. I don't have fun playing him because you have to try way... It's not that I don't want to try. It's the fact that, let's say I'm Sub-Zero going against Liu Kang. Liu Kang gets easy 40% off of one bar. Or maybe 2 bars. He gets easy combos, easy damage. He does forward 4-3, which is a mid that can punish pokes on block. He just spams that and mixes throws in with that. You have to try to guess and try to flawless block the last hit. But then Sub-Zero, I have to try to make him whiff. I have to, try to do a throw strike mix-up, and, it's not fun. And then when I do hit him, I do 30%. But then I'm watching Liu Kang, and that's with like 2 bars. But then I'm watching Liu Kang get, 30, high 30s, low 40s with 1 bar and a cameo. Or if I go against a Raiden, he can take 37% with no bar if he hits me once. Now, I do think Raiden is a little overrated. There's ways to counter him. Without his damage, I think Raiden would be he'd be bad, honestly. People say, oh, he has mix-ups, the low overhead. The overhead is so slow, but that's a different video for a different time. But I just want to talk about, because everyone, my friends and stuff, oh, why don't you play Sub-Zero? Why don't you play Sub-Zero? This is why. I think he's the worst character in the game. They nerfed him into the ground. I hope, and I'm not trying to be a crybaby, because I love the game. This is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat games gameplay-wise. I found other characters that I love, like Raiden, Kung Lao, Baraka. I'm probably going to pick up Havoc soon, because he looks super fun. But this is why I don't play Sub-Zero. You're not going to see me, crying online, oh, buff him, buff him, buff him. I just want to let you guys know why I personally think he's the worst character in the game and why I'm not playing him. I know in this video I said he could use a few buffs, but, I'm not on Twitter, like those other fanboys commenting on one of every Ed Boon's posting, buff Sub-Zero, buff Sub-Zero. If they never buff him, I'll continue, playing other characters. It's fine. If they do eventually do something to him, I'll probably pick him back up and see, what he has. But as of right now, I don't have fun playing him. I don't. He's fun playing offline against bots and stuff because, they don't know the things, they're not going to constantly punish you, for trying to do things. So it's fun doing combos and stuff with him offline, but online, not fun. It's a waste of time practicing him, in my opinion. But yeah, that's why I don't play Sub-Zero. If you guys want, I can do a how to counter series, because I am so tired. I get Raiden's top tier. I'm not going to sit there and lie and say he's not top tier, because, he hits you once, you just lost 50% of your life. He hits you twice, the round could be over. But I do think he's a little overrated. I think he needs damage. Without damage, I truly think he would be bottom 3, because everyone was always like, oh, Raiden's overpowered, but it's only because it's damage. No one's like, oh, he has these crazy-ass setups and mix-ups. But yeah, if you guys want, Give me a like. Let me know if you want how to counter series. I can do how to counter Raiden, how to counter Liu Kang. You know, all these things. But yeah, that's why I don't like Sub-Zero in this game. He's not fun to play, in my opinion, right now. When I tried to play with him online, I did not have fun. I was getting frustrated. I was like, oh my god, you know. Sure, it can be satisfying if you do win, but most of the time, if you win with a Sub-Zero, it's against people that don't know the matchup, that get mixed up and stuff. But that can get you into bad habits, because, you know, you start getting used to mixing bad players, that you forget good players know the matchup, and they'll punish your mix-ups online for, you know, 45%, 50%, whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video letting you guys know why I do not use Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 1. But that's it for this video. Remember, go to the lab, practice what I showed you guys. I know I didn't give you guys the greatest example, but I'm kind of in a rush and I haven't played Sub-Zero in a while, so I kept dropping my combos. But I promise you, you go in the lab, do what I showed you, and you can block that low overhead mix-up every time. Once you block it like 10, 15 times in a row, you're good to go online. You know the matchup pretty much. I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect and you'll never get hit by it, but yeah, you'll learn how to punish it quick. But anyway, I will see you all in the next video.